Well, as we say regularly on this program, a person's worldview consists of how they view God, how they view creation, how they view the fall, where sin entered the world, precipitated by a real live devil, and then, of course, redemption, secured by Jesus Christ and sealed by the Holy Spirit. Now, that's the whole package right there. We also emphasize regularly that there is a direct connection between political views, or any view, frankly, and one's view of God. A third emphasis and application by George Barna in his recent comprehensive research was entitled this: there is a noteworthy correlation between political views and God's views, and that revolves around one's perceptions of God. We're going to go there right next. George, the first sentence of your third release, you say this, quote, half of all American adults believe that their money contains a lie. Going on, you say, that's one conclusion you might draw from a new report based on a nationwide survey that you conducted there at Arizona Christian University, end quote. Now, this is it. What do they think is a lie, George? Is it that they don't think that Americans trust in God, as that motto would indicate, which may be true, or is it that they don't think that God is trustworthy, or both?
Yeah, unfortunately, we found through the research that it's both. Firstly, that America as a nation does not trust God. And there's certainly ample evidence of that if you look at what's going on in our culture today. But secondly, although they might not have thought of it that way, they personally don't really trust God. And as we talked about in the last segment, the fact that they don't understand his nature and character. They don't necessarily believe that he unconditionally loves them, or that they can be certain that he exists, or that he has reasons for everything that happens in their lives, or that he's even involved in their lives. Put all that together, and most Americans think that God is a deity that needs to be mollified, one who is not intimately involved in who they are, what they're doing, where they're going, how they're going to get there. And so the norm in America has become that now we trust ourselves more than we trust any external resource. And as a result, we trust our senses more than we trust our faith. The fact that almost 6 out of 10 Americans say it's impossible to be certain that God exists is their soft way of telling us, you know what, I can't really be too sure about this, so I can't lay all my money in betting on God. I've got to really take care of things myself. And that old thing about, God expects you to take care of your life on your own. God helps those who help themselves. So many people think that's directly a quote from the Bible. It's not. In fact, it's antithetical to what the Bible teaches. You can't help yourself. That's why Jesus had to come and die a miserable death on the cross for each one of us. And it's also why in America today, this group that is kind of the don't know, don't care, don't believe group, some people would call them the nones. They don't know if God exists, they don't care if he exists, or they don't believe that he exists. In 30 years, that has gone from 8% to 32% today. It's a 300% increase. And so that pretty much tells you what you need to know about where we're going.